How are you going to choose your best path? How are you going to make your best choice? How are you going to have the best outcome come for you? You do that by paying attention. You pay attention to what's important. You pay attention to exactly what you need. You pay attention to what the outcome is that you're actually looking for. And see, in a world where there's a lot of information that could be construed in many different type of ways, it becomes difficult to make that choice. So what do? The best thing for you to do is to take a sit down, and you gotta sit there and you gotta really ask. You gotta really ask your higher power. You gotta really call on the higher power. You gotta really look at everything and compare it to the will of that higher power. And it's just like, am I doing the right thing? Am I going to get the result that's going to be the best for not just myself, but everybody and everything around me? When you look at the whole picture, the bigger picture, when you zoom all the way out, and you don't really just focus on what you have to gain, but how the entire outcome will play out, and like how you're going to be living in that outcome that plays out. Then you start to really think about all the different ways that you could contribute to a better outcome in its entirety. And with that being said, involving a higher power is just a no-brainer, because God, He loves us all. I mean, no matter what we look like, no matter what we got going on with us, we are all a part of His image. We are all perfect in His eyes. No matter what. The only thing that's making us not perfect is what external forces are shaping us to be. So like, there's a show called Blind or something like that. I'm gonna have to look it up. Hope it's good. But anyway, it was a whole village full of blind people, and it was only one or two people that could actually see, and they hid their identity, that the fact that they could see. I forgot why, but anyway, everybody in the village was blind. At no point in time did they ever meet anybody that wasn't blind, until they did. But like, yeah, like being blind was normal. Being blind was absolutely normal. Like, it wasn't a second thought. So like, that's an example of like how everybody in that sense thought that it was normal to not see. This was life. This is life. We get around by feeling things, by touching things. And at no point in time did we ever demean each other or think less of each other because we were blind. But it's just like, only until an outside force came in and let them know that there's people that could see, it's just like, oh, okay now. But yeah, that's the whole point. That's the whole point. Make that choice. Make the choice based off of what's inside of you versus what is externally being put on you. All right, stay up.